and it's one of those things like I looked at it and I was like, wow, that's a fantastic addition to any roster is having Taylor Wilde back because you retired so early, not necessarily early in your career. You had been around for a while, but you got started so young as well that I looked at things and I was like, oh my gosh, she's not even hit what we would have considered like physical prime or anything like that as of yet. Who was the first person in the business you told like I'm coming back, I'm doing this?
Well, Chrissy already saw it, like in the stars.
She saw it.
So she knew. Um, Who was the first person I called? Would have been Madison Rain.
Okay. And I mean, we see
Uh,
what she's doing now. Obviously, she's a very instrumental person in this
isn't it
this business.
amazing?
Yeah.
Oh, she's probably, I would say arguably all the girls that are women, excuse me, that I was in TNA with, almost all of them have been, my longtime best girlfriends.
Mhm.
But Madison and I just had that special bond. We always stayed in touch. And it was interesting because she was probably one of the people that really started to make that change where she became talent and agent as a female, as a
Yeah.
knockout. And our world is changing so fast in terms of female professional wrestlers and what you would consider aging out. It used to be 30, like you're
Yeah.
done, done, done. Now we're pushing the envelope because we don't have to trade in our families. Like I brought my son to our last tapings and it was the best thing ever because Jet's there and Chrissy and Ryan's son's there and they're all four. It's like it's the most beautiful, like cathartic, full circle moment for me is to have this life that is bizarre and weird and niche. Have these people that are my chosen family, and then we're raising our babies together in it, and it's encouraged because of Scott and Impact being the way it was. And she, same thing, like Ashley or Madison Rain, she's a mom. Her career is nowhere near over in ring, even though she keeps trying to leave the ring.
Yeah.
um,
It,
and
it
she's also
it feels
sorry.
like right now, sorry to interrupt, but we have more active performers that are mothers than we saw in all the 2000s combined. Like it's commonplace now and it's really really awesome to see.
And it gives me chills with you saying that because that literally, you know, not to be entirely sexist in it, but what really changes for a man who wants to have children? Not a lot. Like physically speaking, not only aesthetically, but like hormonally, nothing changes for you. For women, we go through this like entire gauntlet of hormones building a child, releasing the child, and then being like, who am I as a mother? Who am I as a person? But the fact that we're able to keep it together, and actually I would arguably say that women like remaining in their 30s 40s after having children in professional wrestling are actually in their prime. Like women like Mickey, like she looks more incredible now, more glowy now as a mom, than not that she didn't look the business before, but just it's so different. And like Botox and facials are wonderful things, but a, a lot of myself included, I would say like I feel the most sexy version of myself in my late 30s than I ever did in my 20s. And I think it's life experience. It's about knowing who you are and like just not giving as many shits because you're like, I grew a human. What did you do?